As we continue down the road to the Final Four, where LG presents life's good moments. And boy, was life ever good for Tennessee's Wayne Chisholm last night. Did he make his presence felt against Ohio State?
He really did. Game high, 22 points, 18 of that in the second half. And really his ability to consistently score in the paint was an answer for which Ohio State could not solve. And he did a phenomenal job down the stretch, setting the tone for their team. That's why Tennessee is in the regional final.
Well, tomorrow, Tennessee will be facing Michigan State for a trip to the Final Four in Indianapolis. As for the Spartans, their unofficial mantra this season has been to watch each other's backs. That came into focus. So Michigan State has Tennessee up next, and I imagine both Tom Izzo and Bruce Pearl would say, Coach, that our guys are going good right now.
I would think so. The Ohio State game, Tennessee game, really kind of surprised me the way Tennessee just dominated them in the glass. I mean, scoring 50 points in the paint. And in Michigan State, you know you're always going to get a toughness team. Nobody's tougher than Spartans over time.
It'll be interesting to see if Wayne Chisholm can have the kind of impact against Michigan State. He was really primarily a post player in that second half. At times, he has a tendency to float out beyond the three-point line. Can they rebound that way against Michigan State? I think will determine who wins this game.
And I think they're going to miss Kalen Lucas a lot more against Tennessee than they did against Northern Iowa. Only turned it over 10 times against Northern Iowa. Of course, Tennessee likes to put on that full-court pressure. I remember being courtside in Atlantic City in November when Michigan State lost to Florida, which also presses full court. They turned it over 23 times. I'm sure that's a huge concern for Michigan State. I think that's why Tennessee's going to win.
All right, guys, still ahead on the road to the Final Four. We will speak with Coach K and John Shire of Duke University.
It's all come down to this.
You are their only hope.
The Elite Eight.
Lifting his way through, count it!
Someone must take a stand.
The shot is away!
Lose, and you're done.
Holy cow!
This will be a clash like no other. A fight to the finish. Only the strong will survive.
What a feat!
This will be epic.
Oh,
This will be memorable.
no! Hammer to double overtime!
The clash of the Titans.
Oh, my goodness!
You ready?
Release the Kraken!
One step closer.
What a shot!
The battle has begun.
Go to work, young fella! He makes the...
This year, playing Tennessee was a simple thing of just getting the ball in bounds. Have you looked at that, and how will you attack that type of defense?
We have looked at that, Bill, and if you probably know this, Maryland does a lot of the same things.
Raymar, over the past month, you've really elevated your play, and I think in particular
A lot of guys can put the ball on the floor and make plays, and they're a very good slashing team, which then helps them become a better rebounding team because they're getting in the paint. I thought the most incredible stat I've heard in a long time was they had 50 points in the paint. I mean, that's almost un-American.
Our thanks to Coach Izzo and Raymar Morgan. Always good to talk to them. Michigan State against Tennessee. Both these teams showed an awful lot of energy last time they were on the court.
They really did. I was more impressed with what Tennessee did in terms of their ability to dominate the paint. 50 to 22 points in the paint, and they also really just manhandled Ohio State on the backboard. That's got to be a big concern, Coach, for Michigan State and Coach Izzo.
It is a big concern. Rebounding always is with the Spartans. But I don't think they're going to be plus 20 or whatever on the boards with Michigan State. Michigan State does as good a job getting out in transition, scoring early, or cleaning up the offensive glass.
And we talk about how Michigan State's going to handle Tennessee's defense, but Tennessee's guards also better be ready to play. Bobby Mays has had a terrific tournament, and Scotty Hobson as well, but I think those guys are going to really have to take care of the basketball, make smart shots. I really liked the way in the second half against Ohio State, they played to their strengths. They didn't take bad shots. They went inside to Chisholm. They played good defense. They're going to have to really play smart to win this game.
Well, as for Michigan State, no question the Spartans have provided their share of great tournament memories, but it was 20
forward as hard as you can.
We're going to push, and we'll push hard, and we're going to have confidence that nobody is pushing harder than us.
I believe we should be ready every day to play your biggest game.
Tennessee and Michigan State. We talked earlier with Vols head coach Bruce Pearl and his senior star Wayne Chisholm. In January, 4 Tennessee players were arrested on drugs and weapons charges. We asked Coach Pearl, in light of that, did he expect his team to do so well this season?
No, you may not have expected to be this far, but you know what? You can't win it if you're not in it. So the hardest thing is to get in this field and putting yourself in position to advance. So we're happy with where we're at, but we look at it as we're sort of halfway home.
Coach, you know, with all the adversity you faced this season, I'm just curious, what did you say to your guys to rally them once you had to go through the suspension?
I didn't have to really say much. We took the guys that were remaining and we put them in positions to be successful. Guys like Wayne Chisholm had to step up and do more. And the guys that were walk-ons and non-scholarship players that hadn't played much, they were prepared to step in and help out. And together we survived, and like all really good teams, we got better throughout the season.
Well, Wayne, I want to ask you that same question. Give me the players' perspective on what it was like to be in that program early January and so much uncertainty about just who you were going to have moving forward and what it was like in those darkest hours.
It was tough. Our team came together and said, we're going to play our butt off, and we did a great job of that. We had people on the bench that was ready to play, and they stayed ready the whole time, and we did a great job of beating some of the best teams on our schedule.
Well, I know 2 hours that weren't very dark was when Kansas came to town, obviously, and you put it on us pretty good. But one thing that I've been very impressed with is getting all your full complementary players back, but also Brian Williams. I think he takes a lot of pressure off Wayne so he can move him around a little bit, play him inside, outside. I think he's been a presence on the interior for you.
Well, I think Wayne probably enjoys playing with Brian as much as anybody because Brian is an excellent passer. He's got really high basketball IQ, and I think these guys play off of each other.
We do. We do a great job of that, and I look for Brian. Brian look for me.
Wayne, you guys are going to face a very tough, literally tough opponent in Michigan State. They're going to really try to keep you off the glass. Give me your mindset going into what I'm sure will be a very physical basketball game.
We got to go in this game being physical and be ready for whatever they throw at us and stay on the boards. That's going to be the biggest thing. You defend the rebound, you can move on to the next round.
Bruce, you got a wardrobe picked out for tomorrow yet?
No, not even one. I brought 2 suits and I brought 2 ties, so whatever I didn't wear on Friday, we'll wear on Sunday. I guarantee it'll be an orange tie, and I guarantee there'll be some orange suspenders, but I don't think that's going to have much to do with the outcome. Wayne's right. Defense and rebounding, we're going to have to step up. We're playing the #1 rebounding team in the country with 3 power forwards on the front line that are athletic and tough, strong, and physical. And Tom Izzo seems to get there every single year. We are very impressed with the job that they do, but there is something very, very special about this Tennessee basketball team.
Hey, guys, thanks very much for taking some time with us, and congratulations to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And our thanks to Coach Pearl and to Wayne Chisholm for their time. Back to the matter at hand. Baylor 27, Kansas State 20. What do you expect to see in the second half?
And it's over. Oh, my goodness. What a day of college basketball. Volunteers have broken through. Indianapolis are coming home. Baylor is in the Final Four. It's over. So long, Big Blue. Hello, Golden Blue. For the first time since 1959, the West Virginia Mountaineers are going to the Final Four.
It come down to who wins the battle in the paint, where Tennessee dominated Ohio State 50-22.
That's true. Tennessee didn't dominate. I think Michigan State can neutralize that. But also, Michigan State's got to score some points in the paint themselves and not just rely on perimeter jump shots.
Let's remember that Michigan State is a little bit banged up. We know they don't have Kalen Lucas, but one of their guards, Chris Allen, has a foot injury. Their starting power forward, Delvon Rowe, has a knee injury. I think Tennessee's going to try to speed them up. Turnovers have been a problem for Michigan State all season long. I think Tennessee has too much defensively, and they will win the game.
All right, now as we said, our final game this afternoon is in Houston. 5 straight wins for the UConn Huskies. Thanks for joining us on the road to the Final Four. Coming up, Tennessee and Michigan State. We'll see you at the half.
News 12 at 6.
Whatever it is, I'll pay the cost. I'm willing to risk it, I'll take the loss. I put it on the line. Gonna make history.
Lucius, spin, fade away. Loose ball, Turner blocked, cleanly blocked. Volunteers have broken through. position. We welcome you all to the middle part of the country, the iconic arch, gateway to the West, on the banks of the Mississippi in St. Louis, as we welcome you to the Midwest Regional Final this afternoon. The Volunteers of Tennessee against the Spartans of Michigan State. Into the Elite Eight, 2 spots in the Final Four have been determined. Butler outlasted Kansas State, and last night Baylor will fight it out for the last spot a little later on. There's the Tennessee Volunteers, winners of 3 in a row. They knocked off San Diego State, Ohio, and then Ohio State in order to get here under Bruce Pearl. And it is their first trip ever to the Elite Eight. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Bill Raftery. We welcome you to St. Louis. And what a contrast in the experience these two teams have had at this spot. Michigan State back here for the 7th time in 12 years. Tennessee has never been here. Does that play a factor at all?
Tom Izzo understands it, I think. And, of course, Bruce Pearl has never been here. But I think it's all about the team, the circumstances, the chemistry, and right now making big plays late.
Well, let's talk about this Michigan State team. Again, his injuries, the most serious of which was an Achilles heel injury that cost them Kalen Lucas for the remainder of the season. The other 3 will play, and Corey Lucius has stepped up, Bill, to be a hero the last 2 games.
He has stepped up against Maryland, just understands time and situation, great confidence, able to drill it. You got to keep him out of the middle. One bounce, nylon, and of course, his go-to move right here against Northern Iowa. Said he's been practicing.
First day of its own. We'll develop that as we go on throughout the afternoon, but they've been on a roll now, and it's been fueled by the play of Wayne Chisholm and his roommate, J.P. Prince.
Chisholm's been a load. He can step outside, of course, underneath. He's dynamic, passes very well, but it's all about J.P. Prince, his understanding. He understands what to do at particular parts of the game. He's a wonderful passer. He's got the long arms to defend. He can finish around the rim. A little send it in, I might add, but look at the hands here, stripping people, but loves to make the big play. And on the defensive end, Evan Turner thinks he's got one. Wow, stepping up with that big paw. We salute you too, to his court.
Prince and the Vols, Lucius and the Spartans. A spot in the Final Four to one of these teams. Tennessee Volunteers got here by defeating San Diego State, Ohio, and Ohio State. Michigan State knocked off New Mexico State, Maryland, and Northern Iowa. Now, one will advance to Indy. Back with the tip right after this. Close to 30,000 by the time this was over. Tennessee and Michigan State meeting for the first time since 1994. With much more at stake in this one. Bruce Pearl in his 5th season as the head coach of the Volunteers. And let's introduce you to his starting 5. Bobby Mays, Scotty Hobson, and J.P. Prince. Wayne Chisholm, Brian Williams. Both off. The game is brought to you in HD TV by LG. Life's good.
And right now, the big concern for Tom Izzo is to handle the driving ability of Tennessee because it helps them offensive rebound. He doesn't want his guys to dribble too much, pass it, and they want to establish low. And conversely, Bruce Pearl used the size on the wing to deter those pin downs and jump shots and keep the ball out of the middle. And they want to use the big fellas as well.
There's one of the bigs for Tennessee, Brian Williams. He's had an outstanding NCAA tournament. Wayne Chisholm as well. Be a key factor for the Volunteers today.
Watch the headband if it comes off.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a terror.
He tossed it aside the other night, and the intensity went up about 3 notches.
Let's see what they got. And Michael Stevens right on top of it.
So Chisholm will inbound. Bobby Mays, number 3. Chisholm, number 4. Hobson, 32. And you've got Brian Williams, 33, and J.P. Prince, who had a splendid game against Ohio State.
And Vern Lundquist. Michigan State, go! Get him in! And Chisholm does drag people away from the inside. See if Williams can do some damage low.
Chisholm, the career leader among big men in three-point field goals made at Tennessee. Here's Hobson. Big key, you think, for that?
I think so, too. If he rings the bell, they got a new dimension out there. A little inconsistent.
Mays for three. Tennessee's on the board first.
See if they do get it in. That's what they're trying to do. Nixon road combo. Nice denial by Prince. Sold out, though.
Raymar Morgan too strong. Rebound. And the putback is good.
A little pumped up on the jumper, but that's sort of the background of Michigan State. Attack the glass consistently during Tom Izzo's career. They have outdistanced the opponent in that area.
That was Darrell Summers with the score, 26. 2 games ago, he had 19 in the win over Ohio State.
Well, you got to stay up on Chisholm with a hand. As you noted, his ability deep sets him up. You can't leave him.
Well, they backed away from him. Yeah,
not at all.
Raymar Morgan drifted, turned his back on him.
And Tom Izzo put the arms out, saying, what are you doing? We've been talking about that for 2 days.
Oh, you do not want to start the game that way. Chisholm has now made 129 threes in his volunteer career. Summers.
Now Morgan's got to go to work now. And a little nice non-call, too.
They're going to get...
Talking about challenging shots, you know, just get a hand up and play the guy. A little lack of communication here. Who's got who? Alphonse and Gaston, and all of a sudden, nylon by the big fella. Number 4, Wayne Chisholm.
At the line, Raymar Morgan.
Health being one of them, but also something they never really knitted as a group. They get along, but he felt at halftime in the Maryland game, they were talking about all of a sudden the emotions and the chemistry developed a little different attitude.
Mays, beauty.
Nice spin. Lucius has to contain.
Bobby Mays, one of the volunteer seniors. Big hero in their win over Kansas when Kansas was #1 earlier. Here's Morgan. Easy jump shot.
And nice deployment, too. Nobody on the baseline. Lifted everybody. Ball screen to the empty side. Solid.
Chisholm, he'll take another 3.
He's out of the gate. He's loose.
Now it's Delvon Rowe who backed away. 2 for 2 for Wayne Chisholm.
Let him put it on the deck. I don't think he can blow by you. Look at this extension. And one thing Tom is concerned about, how they get out and deny, and they get runouts out of deflections.
Mays on Lucius, screen from Nix. Now the switch. Nice slide.
Nice extra.
Yeah, that was terrific. Oh! And the follow wasn't bad either.
Nah, I like it. It was off. And they're scoring the goal. What a gather. Nixing it up.
Nix, he started now for 11 of the last 13. But the other night got in early trouble. He played only 3 minutes. He went to the bench and never found a way out of it.
One of the best 6 men in the country when you think of it. Draymond Green about to come in. It's not a bad replacement. They play a little smaller, though.
Scotty Hobson. And Tom Izzo is looking at Lucius and Summers. And not just looking, yelling.
Numbers right now.
Lucius, Chisholm's back. Pretty nice decision. Back up in the corner. There you are.
Well, Summers, it's a different kind of a game for you older folks watching. They drift to the 3, and boy, he can knock them down.
Summers, as we said, has really elevated his game in the tournament. He was actually benched in second halves twice. Here's Hobson. Wow, what a start.
You think these kids are ready? It's meaningful enough. They're just stepping up emotionally. There's a down and through series. It runs so nice pop to the lane.
Delvon Rowe, pump fake. Now Summers spots up. Another one.
And just enough of that ball by Rowe. Falling, tipping, and of course that shakes the D, and then the counter drill.
Izzo still coaching hard, and he's yelling at Lucius. Summers is 3 for 3. Tennessee 4 for 4 from three-point land.
Nice play. Oh, what a setup. The big took 2 to the basket. Boy, are they alert and pumped. Almost where you've got to slow down and get a little emotional control, I think, both teams.
Here's Summers into the corner. Delvon Rowe. Prince does not come on the double. Chisholm goes from behind.
Yeah, Chisholm, just keep him between you and the hoop. So tempting to slap away at the ball. Those steps, yeah. A little too much. Playing well out of the gate. They all want to go to Indy. Woo. Mix in the mix under the rim, and just that little attention by the center. Tall as a prince.
Sports.com/MastersLive and Masters.com. Well, so far this does not remind me of West Virginia, Kentucky.
Well, you know, both coaches, when you talk to them, all they talk about is defense. What happened? Able to convert as easily as possible. Pearl in the game, too.
And that for Tennessee, Goins is also in. They both went to their bench. Cameron Tatum is in. And for Michigan State, Mike Keebler, walk-on.
Good hands. Goins.
Summers. That's Garrett Sherman. Well, we talked about the exemplary nature of the play, and all of a sudden, what happened?
Are you mad at the coaches for subbing? Is that what it is?
Well, we had a pretty good rhythm going there, right?
It's a long run, though. Can't leave it all early.
Keebler is a walk-on. He would normally not be on the floor in a game of this nature, but that's where Caitlin Lucas's Achilles injury plays into play. Lucius with some mistakes defensively, and Tom Izzo just adroitly maneuvered Pat Driscoll out of his way.
And right now, this Keebler can really guard because he's guards Caitlin Lucas every day. You better be good. Not too bad.
No.
Sherman with the sealing of the deal.
And a chance for Michigan State to go up. Here's Keebler.
I think that was smart not to jack that one up. Move it over with Tom. And great the way Green can bring the ball up. There's that backdoor. Send it in. Wow. 1-4. They set you up. Tom was concerned about the defense denial. The pressure release was beautiful. Hit the pinch post. Step and go.
First lead, Michigan State. Summers has 10. Talked recently about a 2-hour sit-down he had with his head coach, Tom Izzo, and kind of learned how the rubber hit the road.
A nice job by Green helping out on the post. Good coordination.
Here's Chris Allen, number 3. Sore arch, but it doesn't seem to have handicapped him a lot. Summers has been torrid.
And right now, the defense should back up now because a little bit because of that backdoor play. A little softer, should be able to run their pin downs. And here's one.
Allen finds Draymond Green.
Tough. And one. Wow, a little kiss by the big fella. That name given by his parents because they had all those children sticking them in the tub at one time. Great year for them as well.
7 unanswered by Michigan State. Matter of fact, that Minnesota team beat this Michigan State team in the Big Ten tournament.
And Thornton just couldn't get the feet, get the puppies down on that baseline.
Austin Thornton was last year's Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year as a senior for Michigan State. And serving as a student assistant now as he goes after the final 9 hours that he needs.
And he brings a lot of juice to the program, too. Good slip by Williams. They're not taking advantage of him inside, settling deep, and why not Goins? They have it. Goins outside.
Melvin Goins, a junior.
Nice defense. Look at this
Almost
kid.
got it. He tried to swim for it.
And he's looking at Williams like, come on and help me. But
Yeah.
it'd take a half hour for Brian to get out there.
Here's Draymond Green. There you go. That's what I do, Melvin.
Yeah, that's your game.
Cameron Tatum. Goins. Guarded by Lucius. Pearl, not an offensive threat.
He'll drive.
This guy is. Oh, he got it.
How soft was that? Big baby. Woo. With the soft delivery.
Josh Bone is also on the floor for Tennessee.
Bruce has really done a great job during the course of this year. New faces in new positions, different coaching philosophy, not pressing as much. Pearl almost a giveaway in there against Morgan.
Yeah. Kick out. Allen couldn't control it. Green, nice, a little too strong. Spin move, Pearl.
And Tatum there too. They can give it to either one.
Cameron Tatum. How about the alley-oop? J.P. Prince at the other end. Darrell Summers. 1-all with 11:13 to go. Look at the relative inexperience at this level, Bill. No Final Fours for Tennessee. 7 for Michigan State. 2 national titles. 1, of course, in 1979. Maybe the most famous championship game ever, as Michigan State with Magic Johnson defeated Larry Bird in Indiana State. And then Tom Izzo's team won it all in 2000.
7 Elite Eights in the last 12 years. He gets it done. And Bruce, this year, I'm so impressed with the job he's done as well, Vern, getting this team to become a better basketball team. And we've seen them improve during the tournament.
Yes. Chris Allen, 1 of 2. And now Michigan State, well, we've got 11:13 to go in the first half. Nights ago.
Ben Jacobs, you guys really shut you down, too. You got to think on every trip. Good containment and challenge.
Tatum.
Yeah, if it goes, it goes. A little better offense there. A little step back, too. I'd say these guys, they get a good night's sleep, these two teams. They are on top of it.
Nice switch. Stephen Pearl, Delvon Rowe. That help rotation came from Williams. And there's good hustle by Pearl. Williams with the help defense. Here's Goins at the other end. Wow. That's the first 3 they've missed.
And I don't know if they got nicks on this one. Brian Williams got squeezed a little bit. That one was a little premature.
Summers picked into the Final Four in Indianapolis. Tom Izzo's team was there a year ago, lost in the championship game. So Prince is back. Gaze is back. Cameron Tatum and Kenny Hall is off the bench now, number 20 for the Volunteers.
And the Pearl watch is on. He's very happy with his son's play early on. Father-son relationship is terrific, and nice challenge, but got a piece here, Morgan.
Oh, I thought he had
Bruce doesn't give up on a kid, and what more importantly, this team has then bonded together and just incredibly performed so well at this extraordinary level. Just solid. And credit to the coaches, too, for having them stick together.
10-1 run for Tennessee. Here's Lucius. Guarded by Gaze.
This is the set that's tough. They run a pin down and slip. Big guys screen and then get to the rim.
There's Kenny Hall out defensively. There's a mismatch. Lucius in and out, tipped. No, there's Prince again.
Always in the right spot.
Talk to Evan Turner about that block.
Boy, you wake up with a nightmare with that left arm.
What a block by J.P. Prince.
They are playing great defense. Even Lucius' deep 3 was challenged. There's the high-low. And Prince again with the deflection. A run out.
No, not far enough. Lucius got back. 9:25 to go. Summers, Mays, Hall, but there's Cameron Tatum. 3-on-2. A little out of control, but he draws the foul on Darrell Summers.
I think you got it, Vern, on that wing. Boy, they are coordinated defensively. Everybody in the right spot. Real good understanding of what to do.
Here's the block we talked about. Evan Turner to tie the game. I never thought there was a question. It was a clean block. Did you?
And what he did beautifully, he ran by. It continues. He understands how to fill up the scorebook. He just does anything to help his team win. Magnificent on the defensive end. Terrific length. Forces deeper catches than you'd like.
Emotionally, as aggressively. And then they had that 2-hour conversation about 3-4 weeks ago. And he's played with great intensity since.
Tom is amazing March and April.
Well, I loved what he said to you after the game the other night. They come from 7 down at the half. They go 7 up and beat Northern Iowa, a wonderfully gifted Northern Iowa team. And you said, what is this all about? He said, I just love March.
And why not? It's not St. Patrick's Day he likes either.
Allen kick. And a foul. So he will Total of 6 turnovers, 3 by either team. Only 8 fouls so far, 4 by either team. It's been played at a high level.
Bruce wants it quicker pace. Don't let the defense settle in. Michigan State gets tougher late in the sequence. Might be a chance for Chisholm to do some damage inside. He's got Green. There's the duck in.
Oh, he wanted it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the taking advantage. He's got 3 or 4 inches. Who made the delivery? Prince. Great find in the lane.
They're roommates, and Chisholm had such a huge game the other night offensively. He had 22 points, 11 rebounds. Morgan, no. Hobson with a rebound.
Prince always leaks out. They didn't see him. He gets layups because of that.
Bobby Mays rejected by Delvon Rowe.
And now the switch occurs. Rowe gets on Chisholm because of that problem on the last trip. And Morgan moves over for Hall. They usually get Chisholm the ball on that out of bounds when he takes it. Nice slip.
Kenny Hall short.
I'd like to see him in one of those headbands, by the way.
You'd like to see me?
Yeah, very attractive.
I'm surprised you didn't wear those dazzling orange goggles that guy gave you the other night.
Yeah, they were handing out
at dinner.
Yeah, they hid the color of my eyes anyhow.
Hobson kind of waffled on that one, and Lucius stepped in front.
Well, Michigan State runs so many, here's the shuffle, because they run so many things, you really have to rely on your principles defensively. Oh, almost a Mays.
Mays almost got it, didn't he? Yes.
Great anticipation.
Thornton. Yes.
He can bite you. He can make the long 2 and occasionally the 3.
That was for 2. Hall and Thornton wrapping elbows, and they're going to get Thornton with the call. 7 minutes, 2 seconds to go in a well-played first half. Not a 3, so the correct score, 30-26, 3-point field goals, and the absence of turnovers. This has been such an excellently played game that it really enhances the enjoyment of watching it.
Well, we always say we're blessed to be doing this tournament, and this is sort of proof in the pudding, so to speak. High level of play, great decisions, terrific defense, a lot of energy, challenging shots, and, you know, rotating a lot of people in so they're going to be fresh in the second half.
And a 4-point game with 7:02 to go. Here's Prince, double team comes, and they got it. Got the break. Lucius from behind. Count the basket. Don't know about the foul. Now, Kalen Lucas, of course, is with the team on the bench. He elected to postpone surgery for the Achilles heel injury until their run in the tournament was over. Alley-oop.
There it goes again, and Williams occupies in the middle. The big wide body sets it up, and a soaring Prince.
J.P. Prince would be welcomed at Mile High Stadium in Denver.
Yeah, he would. That's how
with that Mile High salute. Get that thing down.
The altitude might get him, though. Either way, huh?
No, nice never gets any of us.
Nice step through by Raymar. Nice hustle again.
Delvon Rowe got back.
What courage this kid has.
Yes,
Torn
indeed.
meniscus. Oh, blow-by crossover. Just a terrific feel. You're going to see Williams in the middle, just occupies enough. Rowe can't get over. That is a gorgeous play. And anytime you're aggressive defensively, as you have to be against both of these clubs, you're going to pay for it. So the backdoor by Michigan State, that particular play to back up by J.P. delivering a hammer.
Lucius at the line, the sophomore out of Milwaukee. 12-4 Michigan State run, and they climb back on top by 1. Screen set by Williams.
Nice hands.
He's got a good soft shot.
He does. And he catches things. And a big fella in the right spot.
All season fans have submitted ideas.
They're not the odd couple. Those guys got along better.
That's Isaiah Dahlman, number 22, getting some rare playing time. He is the other captain on this team.
Hey, watching those two argue, I feel like I'm back home being told what to do.
Now, Prince and Chisholm.
Oh, nice job by Nix. He's out of bounds again. We've seen that a couple times in the tournament. I think the pass carried him there. But
Prince is going to get a rest. Excuse me, Bill. Hobson is back on. Cameron Tatum is on. And here's the out of bounds, the left foot.
And you can just see Nix set it up and the fade to the corner, but you've got to know where you are.
Goins, Chisholm, Williams, Hobson, and Tatum for the Volunteers in the Elite Eight, first time in school history.
A nice job by Williams again. He moved, took Nix a step, unable to negate the drive. I tell you, Big Baby's going to have them crying with his maneuverability.
I'm just looking at the guys on the floor. There are 3 Big Babies out there. Here's one of them setting the screen. Derek Nix. Here's another one, Draymond Green.
And Williams. Pretty good job by Williams, giving ground, and look at him run to the rim and drag people.
Goins. Here's Chisholm for 3 if they want it. But Draymond Green recognizes that ability.
And I think Chisholm should take him inside, screen, and get to the rim.
Now they're going to move it back out.
That's the first slowdown all day.
Yes. Nope. Five ties, 4 lead changes, largest lead by either team. Whoa, over and back.
I said he never touched it, but that pressure's terrific. And you know what happened? Lucius is looking over at Tom. Then he's trying to signal the play. Say, get it over the timeline. You can always spin dribble or get your guys set up. That's, again, that learning process.
Yeah. Now, Bruce Pearl has put Goins and Mays on Lucius, and they've been harassing him very effectively. Here's Stephen Pearl back on the floor.
And this is their flex series that they ran so often. Tom Davis, a great influence, former Iowa coach, on Bruce's personality. Well, I shouldn't say personality. He's a little too engaging for Tom.
Dr. Tom and Bruce do not have similar personalities.
No, not at all.
Similar
different speeches at the banquet.
Yes. From the corner for 3. No.
Nice rebound. Pearl. He knows his job.
Yep.
The wrath of Dad. Bring it out.
Well, Stephen Pearl averaged 6 minutes per game the first 12. Over the last 24, he's averaging 13 minutes per game, and he's become a very effective role player.
And here, just using the bounce to free himself. Terrific play. Scotty Hobson gets the foul.
It's 36 seconds to go before halftime. Things are happening in St. Louis. Bruce Pearl in his 5th year, and a graduate of Boston College, where during one NCAA game he famously wore the Eagle mascot. And here are his mom and dad, Bernie and Barbara Pearl from Florida. Wherever you see grandson, father, and grandfather, Tennessee basketball is being played.
I thought Bernie was the head coach. He gave me so much information.
He will. He's a conversationalist.
Oh, he's a great guy. Of course, with the Passover coming on Monday, he invited me down for a little brisket, by the way. Of course, I will not be unable to do that.
And Hobson's at the line.
Was that the Seder? I said, what am I, chopped liver? You're not giving me information? He said, I'll have some of that for you, too.
Oh, my gracious. Hobson, one more.
Be interesting to see what both coaches save for the second half. We saw Chisholm able to get inside and do some damage. And what's interesting, Brent, when he goes out of the game, that back stiffens up. He stands in the corner, unable to sit down.
Yep, that's and that is where he is right now. Allen. Lucius. Oh, there's Goins again. Now, Hobson does not hurry down. He trails. And the little jumper, how about that?
How about that? No, he's talking, though. Just play. Just play. And Lucius got to get aside and sprint. Don't dance with the ball.
I would say this. Goins has a little playground in him, too.
Oh, very much so. And strength, too.
Started his career as a freshman. He's from California. Went to Ball State, transferred to Mount San Jacinto Community College.
Yeah, that's his shot right there, that pinch elbow. Draymond Green alone. Let's say he is a tough guy to defend. A lot of maneuverability.
And now Goins, 5'11", 195. Stephen Pearl.
I love the way Goins handled that fast break, too. Didn't charge, you know. Great body control.
2.5 to go. Ryan Williams.
They really didn't need that.
Coming up on 8.
Maryland when he made that pass and the ensuing goal by Corey Lucius. Here's the box set now.
Chisholm
ball screen
sticking right with Draymond Green. Now the switch. He's back out on off the mark.
Nice tip.
Sure was.
And Nix getting his mitts on it. And then the cleanup.
Raymar Morgan. 37 all with 1:40 to go.
I think Chisholm with Green can be a factor.
Keeper's back on the floor, number 20. There's Derek Nix out on the Williams pick.
Oh, look at that help. The big belly got in the way, but quick.
And I told Skyler, you know, I thought it was really a gutsy shot. And I talked to Bill Self before the Missouri game, and he said, yeah, I remember the shot. How did you like the defense my guy played?
That's what coaches are all about. Pretty blow by, huh?
Beauty. Doesn't quite get the touch, but Lucius has the ball in his hands. This Tennessee team not only knocked off Kansas back in January when they had 6 scholarship players and 3 walk-ons, they also defeated Kentucky 1 of 3 games this year. Timeout called by Michigan State. 51 here on CBS. 51.2 seconds to go, first half. Well played first half game. 39-37.
Nice ball movement.
Sure was. Allen for 3.
Well, that's the guy. What a danger. And he's playing hurt, man. He's not quite himself listening to Tom Izzo. That arch a problem. Nice look.
How about that?
The ball fake to the corner. Oh, a princely delivery.
Almost a no-look pass. I mean, how crisp was that? Roommate to roommate.
Ball screen. And see if it's a pick and stay.
Here's Allen trying to turn the corner.
Pretty
little
good
lead. Okay. Draymond Green, Lucius. 6 to go. No. Raymar Morgan rejected. Brian Big Baby Williams.
Woo. Taking his rattle out. Huh. Did they cover all over the floor in the finish to spend plenty of time now to catch and put it on the floor, so you got to be alert. A double to the corner and then a step back by Michigan State, that is.
Summers is going to come back on. This is one area.
Could be dangerous as well. Here's the double and the slip. Wow, what a well-executed play. Woo. How about Tom? That's why he's busy in March. Plays like that.
Well, like I said, sometimes they don't excel at inbounds defense.
It can't happen it up on the glass with plenty of time. A little kiss, and what a half we had. Thank you, fellas.
Certainly through. That's the end of the first half. 41-39 Tennessee. Green Gumbel with AT&T at the half after this message and a word from your local station.
CBS Sports, exclusive college basketball on CBS. Don't miss The Big Bang Theory, Monday after 2.5 Men, only CBS.
In your Sorrentine 12-7-day forecast, lots of sunshine each and every day. And you know what? I just got to get outside and start walking. Wow, did you realize that walking...
Minutes of play in St. Louis, Tennessee, leading Michigan State by a bucket, 41-39. I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Seth Davis, and Kansas head coach Bill Self. Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery said it several times. A well-played first half at both ends of the court.
Offensive efficiency by both teams. What's been interesting, though, from Michigan State's standpoint, they've dominated second chance opportunities, 11-3 there. But what's done it for Tennessee has been the three-point shot. They have shot it exceptionally well. How about knocking down their first 5 3-pointers to start this game and shooting 6 of 9 overall from beyond the arc? That's what's got them in the lead early on, Coach. But you were just talking about the fact that you feel like if the game stays at this tempo, it's got to favor Tennessee.
I think it favors Tennessee if both teams continue to play well offensively. But I do believe Michigan State in the locker room saying, hey, let's muddy this game up a little bit. Let's make it a grinded-out game, which I think does tip the scales towards Michigan State.
And, coaches, you know, you drop a great game plan, your kids can execute the game plan, and maybe it still doesn't work. Here's Tennessee, a team that's ranked 8th in the SEC in threes made per game. That's what Michigan State wants them to do. They want them to shoot a lot of threes. They're just going in.
We saw that last night with West Virginia as well.
Once again, at halftime, it's Tennessee by 2. Now, coming up next here on CBS.
Welcome back to St. Louis, Missouri, Midwest Regional Final. Tennessee trying to get to the Final Four for the first time ever. Michigan State trying to get back for the second time in succession. Here's the in-game box score powered by CBS College Sports Network. Cable's home for the NCAA tournament. Mr. Raftery, what jumps out at you there?
They are stats now. When you've got salutes involved, they are stats. Of course, Chisholm, a guy I think that they've been saving a little bit. I think he can do some damage up front. And I just think the ability of Prince has magnified itself. Generally, he's the passer, but this is a nice little brush by Williams twice for the Prince. And an extraordinary defensive ability, comes up with big plays. And as noted, salute number 2. And we salute him as well.
You missed that on camera,
Yeah.
but he gives a. There you are. What are your expectations for the second 20 minutes?
Well, you know, the big thing with Michigan State, they came out the other night and started playing much better defense, gathered control of the game, and I would look for the speed of the game to maybe change just a little bit. Tennessee trying to keep it going.
Right.
Can they keep making threes, or do they start to power the game, which is what they thought they would do? And can Michigan State now start to run their half-court stuff and grind them up? I mean, that's the will to win. We'll see.
You know, rebounding is one of the strong points of any Michigan State team. They come in leading the country at plus 9.1 per game. And Tennessee has held its own. The difference there, 11-9. Really a well-played first half.
It sure has, man. Michigan State doing the job we expected on the offensive glass, getting second opportunities. That's as expected. Tennessee's defense is much stronger, much more aggressive as it has progressed through this NCAA tournament.
State 20 minutes away from a back-to-back appearance in the Final Four. Bruce Pearl's team has never been there. Longtime assistant to Dr. Tom Davis, Stanford, Iowa. Head coach at Southern Indiana for 9 years. Won a Division II national championship there. Came to Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and then 5 years ago signed on as the head coach at Tennessee.
And this is exactly what you were saying. All over the floor, they're tough on inbounds passes, sideline, half court, or baseline. Once in a while, you're going to get away with it, but they grind you and turn you over. Much better preparation on the back cut.
Morgan sure was. Long rebound in the corner, and it will be Tennessee ball. With as much on the line as this one. Tennessee trails in the series 4-2, all of which is totally irrelevant to this afternoon in March, so I'll shut up about it.
And this is where you would expect Michigan State to button up a little bit. Nice, Holm got away with it.
Mays spot up 3.
Rowe, he was beaten, and why not? Hold on to the shirt.
Lucius. Chisholm takes a swipe at it. Here's Rowe.
They need him.
Did not get the basket to fall, but they just
23-24 minutes in the NCAA tournament, dragging that leg around. Pretty good handle of those flex screens along the baseline. Same set and the duck in.
Oh, beautiful.
How did that get through? And a great help once again.
Delvon Rowe, yes, indeed, over the back with the block. Chisholm just lost sight of it. It was a great pass.
Sure was, and not much of an area to get through. Peyton Manning-like, appropriate with Tennessee.
Raymar Morgan. Rowe. Nope. Brian Williams rebound.
And Chisholm loading up early. And they get the tag underneath. Number 10, Delvon Rowe is running the floor.
Look, Delvon Rowe picks up the first foul for himself, and Derek Nix is out. Chris Allen comes on and quickly picks up a cheapie.
This is inbound. There's a cross screen.
Yep.
And a slip. Oh, is that pretty? What a great setup. Chisholm sprints to the other box. Williams provides a little bit of a lift and then loads up.
Margin is 3. Allen. Good job by Prince.
I'll say.
Gosh, those long arms come in handy, don't
And
they?
the quick feet don't hurt either.
From the corner, in and out. Summers has it knocked away.
That's what he does best. Leaks
Here's
out.
Prince. Do we get a salute?
That was too easy.
We
he
got a
gives one
salute.
for the crowd. He's gotten away from the commentators. Well, unfortunately for Michigan State, they had the offensive rebound. I think they collided, set it loose, and a cheapie for Tennessee.
Bruce Pearl urging some energy on the defensive end.
Williams trying to get over there and help out. He said he went straight up. He's begging it to Michael Stevens. This is just really good understanding. Basketball-wise, you get a good look like this, and look, you think you've got something going, and unfortunately, your teammate right in the middle. Allen doing the right thing. You go after that ball, but it leads to the easy one.
And 10 points. Joining Summers in double figures for the Spartans. 45-42. Bobby Mays back on the floor. J.P. Prince. Oh, boy. Summers with a shove.
That might be number 3, isn't it? If my numbers are right.
It is number 3.
Yeah. Goodness. Yeah, Morgan with a much better job, and Hobson hollered at because Chisholm didn't get the ball.
Chisholm double team.
Good cut.
Oh boy, he found Brian Williams, and a foul is called. No clean block.
No, I think it was.
Oh, it is a clean. And he's playing with a new front tooth. Remember, that's one of the more unique injuries. He lost. Oh,
no, it's okay.
He's okay.
Yep. But they're still saying clean. He didn't start on one side, go to the other.
Right. Moving screen by Williams.
There we go again. How to dribble at him. And that pressure D denied.
Williams hustles back to guard Morgan. Draymond Green.
Not a good call, too, on the
call.
pass.
J.P. Prince.
He didn't have to do it. Usually with Williams, but that's just a step and go. Terrific read from the back. Mays finding, and Prince soaring. Boy, effective when you got guys up in that denied position.
Michigan State and Tennessee both with. Whoa, they got Prince. Again.
See, I don't know why do that. Let him dribble left. He's not going north and south.
Summers. Within 2. J.P. Prince picked up 2 fouls within 3 seconds. Brian Williams back outside. Here's Bobby Mays. Goins getting ready to come off the Tennessee bench.
The slower Michigan State can force Tennessee to play, I think it will benefit them. Make them use clock on the offense. Good coverage. Don't leave
Chisholm.
him. Don't leave him. Why? Don't sniff. Don't help. Raymond.
Now Chisholm back on defense. Jumper, Allen, 3, yes.
That's the threat he provides. Collapse the D and find him.
Bobby Mays, jumper 3. No. Here's Lucius.
And that'll grind you a little bit. Mays doesn't get after Lucius is tough, excuse me. And one. Contesting throughout their careers.
Well, they might have just saved that league that we all refer to as the next level. Never, it's the NBA. Here's Lucius.
Ooh.
Well, no.
Yeah, no, everybody settled defensively. I think Tom would rather we would run the offense a little bit.
Goins back outside Chisholm. Draymond Green stays with him this time. Chisholm is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc in this ball game.
Now, the two bigs do a nice job screening and then providing a passing lane. And Chisholm always sets up outside and usually ends up inside.
Josh Bone, shot clock at 5. There's the double team and the shot off the rim. He got it, but it's taken away by Delvon Rowe.
Bruce Pearl taking the coat off. He didn't like either the call or Josh Bone not kicking it back out, which is what he should have done.
Well, he would tell you Josh Bone's on there for defense. Here's Lucius. No. Brian Williams having another effective day on the glass.
And Corey's got to go through Green. Nice slip pass, and I think Green may have gotten it on the reach in, but give it to him at the other end.
Fans visit Revive Group urged Williams on.
Well, he's got a nice little
He's got to get a little handshake from Tony Jones. Absolutely.
Well, they have played spirited and with a lot of effort. And now see if they can get something out of their press. Michigan State now. Do you attack it or do you settle? Nice denial. Goins much better pressure in the ball.
He's out on Lucius. Here's Stephen Pearl. Raymar Morgan up and under. Beautiful.
That big time. And Pearl using his strength, but the footwork extraordinary.
And now at the other end, Delvon Rowe gets called for a foul on Bone Hobson.
The longer Michigan State can keep them on offense here, late into the shot clock, just seize the tempo of the game.
Hobson.
A good team defense and individual.
Shot clock at 10. Hobson, Austin Thornton doing a nice job on him.
Peace.
Goins, it's blocked. Lucius got a part of it.
A little retribution, huh?
Delvon Rowe off the glass.
Look at Thornton in the mix.
Thornton all hustle.
Yep, absolutely.
As Goins didn't grab the ball authoritatively. And Lucius. Gives Michigan State. And Bruce Pearl has gone back to J.P. Prince during his absence, having picked up his 3rd foul in 3 seconds. And is that,
I believe, number 4 on Thornton.
It is 4. Got to explain what he just did to his head coach.
That's the hard part.
He thought finals were earlier.
Interesting. Allen finally get organized. He's on Mays. He was on Chisholm for a moment.
Pearl outside. Here's J.P. Prince.
Chisholm's got to be comfortable. Not a good look here by Prince. That's what they try to do as a timeout. Load up on the box.
Even Bruce Pearl smiling sardonically. Outstanding medical schools. Baylor has one and Duke does. And pretty good basketball teams as well. And they'll play next.
And the smaller lineup, see how effective it is for Michigan State. Tough matchup outside. Chisholm cannot keep Green off the deck. Great left-hand move.
Number 23. Got a little verve to his personality.
He does. Warmth, charm, leadership. Where do they score right now? Now they got the bump again. Allen on the baseline. They've run that effectively. Prince is the guy.
That's 3 on 3. Most reminds me of his cousin, Tayshaun Prince. Just got the same motion and rhythm, it seems.
Well, their arms are so long they can trade shirts. Some of you can say that. So effective defending people with that, particularly with his left hand.
We talked earlier, he started at Arizona, transferred, had 3 weeks in an induced coma back in 2006. Surgery on both shoulders, and he's persevered. That induced coma was a result of a wisdom tooth extraction gone wrong, and he had a respiratory infection.
Here's their favorite play. Little back screen and then pop, and yes. Well, not quite. They love that little play where the guard gets the other pinch postman.
Prince puts it in the hands of Bobby Mays.
Woo.
Underneath.
Draymond. What an effort. Lifting that big body up in the air.
8th block by Michigan State.
Curl and lock. Well, good help with the little pinch down there, raking away by Mays.
Stephen Pearl, primary responsibility, and Mays helping. Now here's the switch. Brian Williams on Lucius.
A tough
3
match.
on the shot clock.
And a foul,
in the backcourt. Draymond Green.
That's one of those, I'm not running to the other end, coach. Let me unload this guy. I put a lot of effort out there.
I've lost some, but not quite that much weight.
Boy, Corey really drew number 3-3 Adam Williams. Attracted to the bounce. And when you don't come up with it, take somebody with you.
Bobby Mays at the line.
I mentioned how they subbed readily in that first half. I think very important coming down the stretch now. Who's fresh? Who can get after people? Mays doing a pretty good job defensively. We saw Gullins do it in the first half against Lucius.
Now these orange-clad volunteer fans, not that far from Knoxville to St. Louis. Lucius lost his concentration.
He was out of bounds.
It goes out of bounds off Tennessee. Look at Lucius.
He's getting a little too fancy. I mean, you got to get by a guy, and then the forward has to get free and then go get it back. And they're really struggling with this. And Mays, as we noted, Goins earlier, putting a lot of pressure. Corey paying a little bit for inexperience.
Now you've got J.P. Prince guarding the inbounds. They get it to Green and then to Lucius. We near the midway point of the second half. Tennessee, Michigan State. What a screen by Green.
And look who's right at the rim now. Unfortunate that they didn't finish Michigan State, but one of the things you notice about Green, he does it in the backcourt or even in the front court. When he screens a guy, or you see your life go past you. Boy, tough look.
2-on-1.
Give it up.
Stephen Pearl hops in. He stared it down.
Yeah, he should have given it up earlier and then run to the rim. Grandpa might be under the seat on that one.
Oh, Bertie. Morgan. Hobson has it for the Volunteers. 3-on-3. And they'll go back to J.P. Prince. Bobby Mays. Pearl. Nice dish in the corner. Mays, one dribble short with a shot. Prince rebound. Tries to find Williams.
Overpass.
Yeah.
Take that little jump puck. You're right at the rim.
Still a 4-point margin. And Tennessee has turned it over 5 times in this half. Chisholm getting ready to reappear. Timeout. Tom Izzo, Michigan State. 9 field. They both had torrid starts to this game. Tennessee 50% from 3, and they have turned it over 5 times in this half. In any way, does previous experience at this round of the tournament apply now?
I think early in the game maybe, but not now,
Okay.
Vern. Don't you? I think they've settled in. It looks like a little bit of a, let's see if they got man. No, they got straight up man.
That puts Mays on Lucius.
Excuse me, they got a little zone here trying to match up, mix up, and confuse.
Us as well.
They almost did ball screen and go. That's what you're going to have to do. A little bit of a freelance situation.
2 on the shot clock.
Great job off the timeout.
Boy, that looked for all the world like Evan Turner in Ohio State at the end of the game the other night.
And the confusion attributable to use of that timeout. Let's throw it at him, mix him up a little bit. And all of a sudden, that inexperienced Corey Lucius not able to get his team into the set they would like.
Draymond Green will reappear now for Raymar Morgan and Michigan State. Well, Butler's in. West Virginia's in. One of these two will be in. And then it's going to be left to Duke or Baylor for the final spot in the Final Four. That game is next.
And Green just a little size differential. Chisholm wants the ball. They're going away from him.
Mays. Williams comes out to set the screen. Mays tries to turn the corner on Lucius. He does.
How about that little baby hook with the kiss? A little blow by. And
Bobby Mays.
And right back and ragging, taking Lucius out of play. Somebody, now this is where Green's effective, I think. Can run the offense, good handle. Somebody got to give him a screen.
Yeah, brings Williams all the way out.
Pretty.
Jumper. All of the rim and through.
How effective is the big fella? Draymond, put it on the deck and find it.
Hobson.
Tough shot.
Wow.
Settle.
Oh, Brian Williams grabbed it off the ground, put it through the glass.
Boy, bad shots. Barely grazed the rim. Advantage to the offense. Look at
Mays
this play.
for the steal.
Somebody's got to come up and help. Once again, Brian Williams
Williams didn't get there.
He can't get there. That'd be like asking you to sprint out there. He's done everything else for them, though, Vern.
Allen goes left, jumper, no.
That's
Rebound,
job.
Brian Williams, and a chance for the tie or the lead.
They're gonna
he had
mismatch.
Chisholm. Hobson will go to the line.
And Vern, Chisholm made that goal by sprinting to the rim. He had the mismatch, but putting it on the deck earlier in a maze at Arkansas, strong in Tennessee.
Game.
Essentially, the wide bodies of Tennessee able to post up and do some damage and encounter that. Michigan State creating offense around the rim with dribble drives and particularly Green.
1 of 2 and a 1-point game.
And pressure. Keebler, inexperienced but tough, does it in practice every day.
Right.
But that's what they do. They let Green bring it up. Good not call, too. Well officiated again, Vern. It's been a great weekend.
Mike Keebler. Summers. In and out, and Chisholm has the rebound. And again, Tennessee with a chance for the lead.
A very tough shot with the left hand.
Chisholm, Prince, Goins, Hobson, and Brian Williams on the floor for the Volunteers.
Chisholm outside, not a little bit of a force. He was going to take a three if they got it out to him. He was roaming, and they had left to help out.
Now Keebler having... In each of the 3 wins, Tennessee's bench has outscored the opposition so far in the tournament. Not so today. It's helpful.
Nice play. The inside screen again. And look who makes the delivery. Prince. What a setup. Chisholm passes, goes to the other box. And Williams, who screens, just loads up, shapes up, big and strong.
Remember that 8-1 run with Prince on the bench? That was for Michigan State. They've scored 11-2 since he came back in the game.
Really not running their stuff now. Doing a lot of individual play, not their style.
Got the result. Summers. Michigan State by 1. Summers has 18.
Chisholm taking a blowout here. He likes this shooting guard position.
Hobson
dancing.
Tries to break down Summers.
Wow.
Yes.
How about that?
Whoa.
He really can shoot the three when he's on his game, and that sets up that explosive use of the bounce.
They've been waiting for a big game from Scotty Hobson throughout the tournament. He's got 9 points now. None more critical than that one.
And played within himself.
Summers. Hobson at the defensive end. Raymar Morgan, there's Chisholm back outside. 4:45 to go.
Pick and pop.
Chisholm got a leg out.
Nice.
How about that?
Oh, magical.
Is urging his team to make a defensive stop. I looked out there and thought Duke was on the floor.
That's right. That's what Mike Krzyzewski's guys used to do. Slap the floor on key defensive work or possessions.
Prince.
And a hand check.
Delvon Rowe.
Yeah, got to move the feet.
That's his third.
And Brian looks a little winded as he meanders towards the free throw line. Everybody give him worry about it.
Yep.
Made a heck of a job out of this tournament. Just shake it off, big guy.
.420 to go.
And Gowen's a terrific guy ragging the handle.
What a screen. Offense. It was a moving screen on Delvon Rowe. Boy, did he put a hip into J.P. Prince.
Oh, goodness, just never gave time and space. Pretty easy call. He can't believe it. You've got to be square and expect your teammate to set his guy up. Step earlier, he would have been fine.
Both teams ended up the ball before Goins took it out. Chisholm came by and put his hand on Williams' head and said, shake it off.
Look at this footwork. Whoa! Well, you mentioned when he came back in, it's a different ball club. Likes to come back to that side. You got to force him to middle. Prince with a terrific release around the rim.
Back to Lucius with 15 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Green will pass up that deep one. Only 2 for 14 from out there.
Corey Lucius.
Carry. Watch it, then walk.
Yep. He did.
2 of them on the same play.
J.P. Prince has been a factor. He's caused Izzo to go into a prayerful stance.
Well,
there's the move. We are tied at 66, 3:20 to go. Draw your attention to team fouls. I looked down and saw 10 and 10. That was turnovers. Team fouls, 7 for Tennessee. Michigan State with 10. How about the inside?
Other end, Tennessee loads up and begs beautifully.
Well, we saw the significance of free throws in last night's West Virginia-Kentucky game. As we come down the stretch now, just keep in mind, Tennessee 13 of 19. There's the shot short from Chisholm and cleared by Raymar Morgan. And Michigan State, 68% for the year, but today, 15 of 18 at the line. Keepers on, giving Lucius a blow.
And once again, Green handling just to help. Double high and then a double below the foul line. Tough delivery.
Whoa! There's a tough delivery.
Goodness! Courage to make the pass and then step it up big time with the delivery. Whew, Summers. It's a great looking stroke.
J.P. Prince, Allen guards him. Bobby Mays, now the switch.
And Raymar Morgan's got the load. The tough job, I think, down in the box with Chisholm. He's stepping out. You got to come with him.
Back to Chisholm for 3. That's his first miss.
And look who's there.
Brian Williams.
Wow. He has an understanding of his job. Total commitment. Everybody else might get the plaudits. Let me around the rim to dominate.
Under 2, 1-point game. Timeout. Michigan State. Buckle up.
And Vern, Chris Allen with just a great look, a blind pass off the double screen. Side Williams with great inside position. He realizes the set is going to be for Chisholm. Let me load up, stick my guy, and get that inside follow.
Possession arrow favors Tennessee. Michigan State has the ball. Don't want to overstress the significance of a coach-player conversation, but both Izzo and Darrell Summers have referenced that 2-hour meeting that they had in which they kind of got a few things off the chest, and he has played brilliantly since. And again this afternoon, 1:44 to go.
Good pressure by Chisholm, looking for a count.
Raymar Morgan.
Williams with great footwork. They got a jump ball. Good
Hill
call.
ball, possession arrow, Tennessee.
How about the ability of their bigs, and they're almost like forwards, Chisholm and Williams, to move the puppies, get a guy turned, and come up with plays like this. You should be tired. Just reach back, Brian Williams.
Mike Keebler on for Lucius. Number 20 for number 34. This is a defensive maneuver by Tom Izzo.
Yeah, he understands that end of the game.
Hobson.
And Prince should be able to make passes and also go over the top of his match with Allen if they so choose.
Here's Chisholm. Raymar Morgan out with him. Williams now comes out on the perimeter. Bobby Mays, double team underneath. Tough. Over the basket, Michigan State ball.
And I don't think that was designed for that particular play. Mays has got to read it, back dribble, and get organized.
Now this is going to be a change that's not for defensive purposes. Goins on, Mays on the bench.
But you don't lose anything for defense either, the way he has been able to rag the dribblers. And Lucius has got to set him up to go get it, and he does.
1 minute to go. Goins. Allen. Prince guards him.
Green's got to be active. He's down there with Williams. He's not going to be able to do any damage there.
Jump stop. There's Chisholm. Look at that defense. Morgan gets it back. 7 on the shot clock. Loose ball. Michigan State with a fresh 35. There's only a second difference. Shot clock, play clock.
Yeah, they give it finally. Yep.
State shoots 1 and 1.
Goins got his hand on it, couldn't come up with it. On the miss, everybody looking to jab their guy, and right here, Goins got a piece, but just could not come up with it.
For the season, 75%. For the afternoon, 3 of 3. Rebound, Hobson. 25 seconds for the win.
He's letting them go.
Chisholm.
Inside to Chisholm at some point, I think.
Hobson. Jumper.
A foul.
Foul.
Green attacked. Woo. Tell you, nice use of the screen to get that good, clean look. And all year long, he has struggled from that free throw line.
.2, he shoots 2.
Taking a little walk just to get the nerves under control.
Sophomore from Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
59% from the free throw line.
Didn't look all that good last trip here. This one is for the tie.
Nylon, totally.
Timeout, and it's a full one. Michigan State has one free throw for the lead. He's from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, as we said. When he signed with Tennessee, he became only the second McDonald's All-American from the state of Kentucky to sign with the Volunteers. The last one prior to him, Allen Houston, who's in the gallery, as they say.
And now, Vern, the big thing now is if he makes it, what are you going to do if you're Tennessee? They do like to press. I would think you keep Corey Lucius away from the ball. Force Green, who's a little slower but effective with the bounce, to bring it up. Over the top.
Michigan State has it with 8 seconds to go. We are tied at 69. Here's Draymond Green.
My goodness.
The feet underneath.
And give it to Williams.
And they called the foul with 1.8 left.
They did not get back and identify. Wow. And Green just seasoned this. You can see Williams and Prince. They can give it to either guy. But everybody a little slow. We mentioned Brian Williams, a little fatigued, maybe not as quick a foot getting back.
Raymar Morgan is the only senior starter on this team. He is a captain. And he is perfect at the line this afternoon. He's 5 for 5. Tennessee calls timeout. Michigan State 1. Possession arrow for the Spartans.
And Vern, on this particular one, you got a couple of things you can do. You can inbound it quickly. One quick pass down the floor, get your offense set up at that far end, or throw it to half court with a sort of an exchange, a high-low exchange. Timeout if you're Tennessee, and then you may be in position to enter the pass for a turnaround. A decent-looking jump shot.
J.P. Prince, on whom the foul was called, comes over and mentions something to John Cowell, who made the call. Now, a little discussion here with the officials.
I think he slipped
now
in
Prince is playing. He's telling John Thompson, I didn't foul him. John here working radio. Raymar Morgan, one more free throw.
And they got timeout, Michigan State.
Well, why don't we watch the end of this?
Great.
So, J.P. Prince looking on, still shaking his head at the call. But you made a point during the timeout. Brian Williams was there.
Yeah, exactly.
If Prince doesn't get the call, Williams will. And Morgan's at the line. 1.8 to go. He's perfect today. Well, he missed it intentionally.
That screws him up. How about that? Yeah.
And J.P. Prince says, let's go check the clock.
Well, he's doing everything else out here.
Right.
Once it's touched, so they may put a few tenths back up.
Yeah, the clock shows. Yeah, they should have time back on the clock.
6 or 7 even.
And they're going to put 1.6 on.
And Vern, it's a baseline play.
Right.
And you're locked in position. I would think they'll put a big guy on the ball, and then everybody else make sure that no one beats you deep. So any kind of an exchange, you might see an automatic switch to cover the back, but the guy that's dangerous is the screener coming to the ball. They can also do, as we mentioned, the half court with that one timeout left, get it in a better position for a catch and shoot. Now, these things have been worked on all year long.
Right.
They end a lot of practices with this situation.
Well, let's see who they've got. Williams and Hobson, Mays, Chisholm, and Prince.
And they got Chisholm.
I wonder if Christian Leitner's watching this.
I'm sure he is.
And I noticed something else. Delvon Rowe is going to guard. 1.6. They'll get it to J.P. Prince. And he takes it from mid-court. Michigan State is back in the Final Four for the second consecutive year. And take another look at the end of the play. J.P. Prince.
He fumbled it a little bit.
Yes.
They didn't get a clean catch. It didn't get the proper trajectory. And just sort of launched it. Wow. Tough, competitive game. And wishing and a hoping. And what a heartbreak. So close. Tom.
Michigan State is back in. Tommy Izzo, he knows the responsibilities. He's been through this drill before. I'm going to come over and talk to my guy Raftery.
Oh,
but
gosh.
first, they're going to give him times. Michigan State, the 5 seed, will take on Butler in Indianapolis.